Hey everybody, this is Stephen Totillo, editor-in-chief of Kotaku. I am joined by the one and only Paul Tamayo,
What's up, everybody?
video producer extraordinary for Kotaku as well.
How's it going?
And you're looking at an R-Wing right here in Fox McCloud. This could only be a Star Fox game, right?
Hey, I love that plane.
But it's not a Star Fox game. It's Starlink. And it is a Ubisoft game that if you play the Switch version, you get Star Fox stuff from Nintendo that Ubisoft made. You won't get this if you're playing the PS4 or Xbox One versions, although you'll be getting better graphics. So we're starting in a kind of a boring screen here just to give you a general sense as I tell you what we're about to do. We are playing, like I said, the Switch version and also the all-digital version. So this is a toy game like Skylanders, the Lego Dimensions games, just basically some of the different toy games that were out there or are out there. And so if I had different toy spaceships, I could be swapping them in on a mount, but now I'm just digital versions, so I just can swap between and basically customize a ship, change its wings, and I get different properties as you see, bolt on different weapons. I've chosen to use, a Vortex missile volleys on my right wing, and on my left wing, I have armed myself with precise bursts of frost, a hailstorm. I guess I was reading the explanation, not the name of it. And so this is about customizing a ship using either physical toys or playing all in digital. And as we get to playing, I'll explain a bit about the various options if you're interested in this and you want to get it. So this is the game itself, running on the Switch. And we are on a planet. I don't know. See if I can remember what the planet is called. Kyrite. And it's this whole big planet that we can explore here. Some of it is fogged out, and because it's a Ubisoft game, you initially have the whole map fogged out, and then you go to, you don't climb towers, but you go to these observatories.
Do you jump off of the observatories?
No, you just talk to somebody, and then they defog it for you. So we're gonna fly around here, and let's look for some stuff. So so there's. Somebody needs help, but we're not going to help them just yet, Paul. So, so here's a creature, and we could scan it. I think actually I've not scanned this type of creature yet. So you just fly around it, and we'll gather some intel.
Oh, that's cool. Get a good look at it.
Yep. Did I get the whole thing?
Nope. Right there you go.
A Nomadon. Or Nomadon, and you're getting XP for this stuff. So we're just going to fly around the planet a bit. I'm starting you all off pretty low key. So, Paul, you played No Man's Sky?
I love No Man's Sky.
Okay,
That's why I'm so excited about this game, because I know it's like a more handcrafted kind of take on that stuff, but the toy stuff kind of throws me off a bit. I'm curious.
You're into the toys or not into the toys?
Well, I think I could be into the toys, but I'm actually like more into the game. But I'm wondering like how much does it add to the experience? I guess Fahey's in the chat. He could probably answer some of those questions. But you're playing it without the toys, right?
Yes, and I'm not a toy person at all, so I was very happy that this is the rare toy game, excuse me, that unlike Disney Infinity from back in the day or unlike Lego Dimensions and all that, you didn't need to have the toys. You could just play digitally. It's cheaper if you do it that way, too. Oh, so this guy, I can go. So this is an observatory, and I can go there. And I can give him some stuff. By the way, I am intentionally just doing boring stuff right now. I will get to better stuff very soon.
I do like the art style, and I mean, I'm also a sucker for anything Star Fox. I love Star Fox. And just being able to see the R-Wing is like, and seeing him on the bottom left there, even if he's just looking around, it's just like, it makes me happy.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what this orange thing is over here. I was just an explorer, so we could talk to these people. They don't really have much to say. Little aliens.
I'm just returning with some samples.
Just returning some samples, Paul.
Any biological material you find back to an observatory.
Okay. All right. So basic stuff there. Who cares? Let's put the engines on. Let's fly around a bit.
Oh man, this is cool.
Okay. Put on our shield. We got our booster here. Oh, did the old barrel roll right there?
Hey, you did it.
Yeah. So let's fly over here and see what's. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. I guess that's if I pull back on the stick at the same time. So I'm going to see. I'm just using my mini map, and I'm going to go fly over to whatever this red icon is here and see what this is. I don't know. I guess it's just a
downed plane.
Gotta hack it. Okay, so we can. So it's automatically cut the engines for us, and now we're going into combat. Number sweating off enemies. You get to drill. Numbered character levels. So these are number 2 level Cyclops, level 2 Cyclops. You see I'm a level 3 Fox McCloud. You can see that in the bottom left. Remember, as I began this, I was showing off that you can mix and match the ship's bodies, the wings, the weapons. And so you can get different combinations, and you'll find that different enemies have strengths and weaknesses against different types. Fahey, in his articles about Starlink, has already talked about some of the different combinations that he was able to make, and some of the sort of unexpected consequences of that, some of which sort of give you extra strategies. This stuff is tied to what you actually have, so whether you're buying digitally or whether you're buying physically, you may be constrained in terms of the number of weapons you have and the number of types of weapons you have with what you've actually bought. So the base price, at the sort of base cost of this game, you're not going to have as big an arsenal as what I have. But here I cleared out this area and I got a mod. So let's go back up into this variant, this mode of flying. And so should we go to Sonatus?
Let's
possibly?
do it.
All right. So Sonatus is not here because Sonatus is actually here. It's another planet in the star system, and therefore
let's do it. Yeah.
Here we go.
Nice.
And here we are in outer space, flying to the next planet, going into hyperdrive. Get there faster. And this can get a little bit dull as you're flying in hyperdrive, but they will probably get ambushed on the way, and that's how they'll do that. So just to sort of underscore what's happening here, this is, on the one hand, yes, it's a toy game, and if you're like me, you might be tempted to say, well, probably not for me, or I'm not that into the toy stuff, and whatever. But it also is an open world, open galaxy game where you are flying from planet to planet seamlessly as you're doing missions on each planet and checking out what's on Sonatus, what's on this planet, what's on that planet. If you look in the top right, you'll actually see I can toggle through
cool.
a couple of different missions. So if I were to continue the Star Fox specific missions, I'd have to go to another base. Oh, here's where they're trying to set up a trap for me, but I flew through it.
Nice.
If I'd hit any of that purple, I would have been stopped by these outlaw pirates.
Oh.
That might hurt me.
Oops.
Let's recover.
Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I saw it coming, but I wasn't sure how to evade that. And so I can. So this Sonatus is the main campaign mission. There's also some side missions here. So something where I would have actually have to progress further in the campaign to do more of this mission that I was working my way through. But we're going to go back to tracking this Sonatus mission, and we'll see what's going on. And automatically we begin to enter. Oh, my Switch, by the way, has the weirdest battery indicators. So you guys are going to keep seeing that my Switch Joy-Con are about to die, but they're not about to die.
The Switch is lying. Yeah, if you have any questions for us, throw them in the chat. We got our eyes on chat, so feel free to do that.
Yeah, Paul, if you have questions.
I do have
throw
questions.
Some questions at me.
I mean, so, like you mentioned it before, like, don't be, I guess, like, maybe not be as dissuaded that it's a toy game. You can still probably play a large chunk of it without that stuff. But seeing like the little demo that we put a video up of back at E3, seeing the different ways you could like attach stuff and see it reflect in real time was so cool.
I did the toy stuff there then. Yeah. Right, because you're seeing the ship change, on the screen as you physically disassemble and reassemble it in your hands. When you're playing on the Switch, the dock does not have to attach to anything, if I remember correctly. And if you're playing on Xbox One or PS4, you can have it bolt itself onto the controller. But even then, you may not have to connect it. I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, whoa.
Wait, I'm pulling the plant off his body?
Yeah, he's like infected. You're helping him out.
Trying.
Oh, you did it.
Yay. But, I guess you could sort of see this both ways. Is this a big original thing from Ubisoft? Because, hey, it's a whole new, world and a whole new thing, and then or you could say, man, this isn't that original because it's No Man's Sky done, without procedural stuff, and it's Skylanders done in space. It's Star Fox done in an open world. But I don't know, any of those ways of describing it are all like exciting to me, and I've been really having a good time. So I'm gonna figure out what this is all about. I think this is just gonna be me killing a bunch of dudes. Oh, they're level 4 and I'm level 3, so.
Good, they're gonna put up a fight.
Yeah, maybe too much of a fight. Oh, I can take this thing out though. So we'll do that.
Yeah, how does the combat feel? Like, how does the actual like ship stuff?
It's a little weird in that it's like, it's basically third-person combat, but within this context of this idea that, is it opened up now? I should. Third-person combat, but within this idea of, but you're a spaceship that's hovering.
Right.
Yeah, that thing is not open yet.
And you get his little quips in there. That's great.
Yeah. So Mike wrote a post on Monday, I think it was, about how much Star Fox is in this game, and he and I had already been exchanging messages over the weekend because we were both shocked. Like, I'm used to. Okay, they're gonna put like a cameo. Like you look at what's happening with a. Oh, I forgot to. Your ship can jump. Speaking of third-person like combat. So like Diablo, when it's coming to Switch, they're not making like a whole extra campaign or anything. They're doing like here's Ganondorf and here's some armor. As far as I know, they're not doing a whole lot. There's like dedicated lines of dialogue for Fox. He and Peppy and Slippy and Falco are in cutscenes. Wow. They have their own side missions and quest line that you saw me sort of going through before is an option. And then even this, ready for this, Paul?
Yeah. Oh, are you serious?
Here they come.
The music?
Not just the music.
Yeah, but
did you see them? Oh, I'm about to die. There they are. I don't know who that is. If that was Falco or Slippy, I just died in the process. But that was me calling in the Star Fox crew.
What?
So here's the deal with the So here's the deal with the spaceship thing. So this is where lives equal toys equals how much you spent. So if you buy the Switch version, you get one ship, I think. And so we would have to, what is it saying actually? We would have to respawn at planet orbit and come back in for the mission, or play more carefully and not be like flapping our gums while trying to focus on this important combat against enemies that are higher up than us. But in this case, I can say, I have these other ship bodies, and as long as I switch a ship body, I'm able to respawn in that moment, and then I can pick which kind of ship I want. And then notice also, my ship that just got destroyed had all these mods. Never mind the exclamation points right now, but you can just understand the basic thing that it had 3 green mods on it, 1 blue. Blue's better than green. It had 1. It actually doesn't have a gray one on it. That's locked. So you can have customized your ship. So we can switch over to this ship here, go from the R-Wing to the Zenith. I'll retain my wings and my weapons and everything like that. So it is just like a free life and then back out.
Oh, cool.
But it has different traits to it in terms of its handling. I can even feel, more of the weight. I may not be using the best weapons as well, which is another thing I haven't factored in terms of like, what should I be shooting these guys with? Oh, there's a jump. And I can't say that this is the most exciting fight ever, right? It's
sure.
It's like a centralized tower battle. Kill the nodes on the side. And then I'm going to get to the center. So, frozen or gravity or something. Let's see if it opens up. Is there another node that I'm not hitting that I needed to hit?
I think you're good.
I'm not seeing the shielding thing hasn't come down yet. Yeah, I feel like I got to get one more.
Whoa, this is intense.
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something right now. A little bit hectic, but is that one over there? I'm being pulled into a gravity well, which is why I can't. Yeah. I'm kind of just stuck. Oh, mash B to unfreeze. There we go. Okay. So what about over here?
Yeah, there we go.
There. Okay. Get this node.
I do love the little touches, like seeing Star Fox react, like when he's in combat. That's so cool. I love that stuff.
Yeah. So, okay. So this is exposed. Let's take the health bar down to 0.
Nice.
And we're good.
Sweet.
So XP gains, everything. There's a lot of math to this. It's very much an RPG thing. You're collecting color-coded upgrades, and you are gaining experience points. There's a whole skill tree, all that kind of stuff. There's this weird sort of fishing mini-game thing happening. All right, so we got extractor core. And what's next?
Oh yeah, I was just about to say, even the lighting has changed in this area. It's cool.
More importantly, their flagship has a Nova drive.
Really? Oh, I'd love to study it.
Oh, dude, you should come with us. Look, we're out of beds, but you can just do what I do and sleep in Hunter's ship.
You what?
Maybe later. Have you found the second extractor?
Nope, but I will soon.
Okay, so let's pause for a sec and go in and try to fix our ship. Now, I can't get back to my main ship because the R-Wing is still busted, and it will remain busted until I go to one of those observatories. But I could still try to improve my weapons. So like this frost weapon that I've been using, or this nullifier. So let's go to the nullifier. We're going to do mod ship and weapons. We're going to switch over to the nullifier. And currently we have if you look over here on the left, you see that I have a common mod there that gives me 10% plus damage, heals for 1% damage done, and efficiency amplifier level 1 minus 20% energy cost for the weapon. So just let's change this to like the best quality stuff here, so I could switch this up to a 35% damage add-on and a plus 50 fire rate. That seems good, right? And over here, let's add in 15% critical damage. If you're wondering, by the way, how did you get these great blue mods, Steven? That's probably what you're wondering, right? Right, Paul?
How did you get these great blue mods, Steven?
Because I connected to Uplay.
Oh,
you get
what?
stuff.
Nice.
So, everything with Ubisoft's got some sort of business thing going on with it. Obviously, I mean, it's true with every company.
Sure.
And so they really want people to connect to Uplay. So if with just about any of their games, as anybody who's played Ubisoft games probably experienced.
Part of the club.
You go into that club and they find something to throw at you. And in this case, it's going to just make my weapons way better. So why not? And it's free.
So some of these ships that you've acquired, did you pay for them, or did they come with the
Okay, so how does that all work, right? That's kind of confusing. So let's go to the spaceship screen here, and I'll explain that. So Mike Fahey, who we've been mentioning a lot in this post, and in this stream rather, he's written a couple of posts on Starlink. So you should just, if you check Kotaku for any of our Starlink coverage, you'll see this. And he did a post yesterday evening regarding breaking down the purchasing options. So if you're going the toy route, the physical gaming route, you can get a $75 starter kit, which means, yes, there's no such thing as paying just $60 in the game store and having a copy of this game. There is a $60 digital version, by the way. But if you go to the store, you're buying a toy along with the game, no matter PS4, Xbox One, or Switch, and you're getting a pilot. The pilot's just little figurines, but really the gameplay-specific things that have effects are the ship that you have, which has its own attributes, which you can see in the center here. And if you get the Switch version, you're getting the R-Wing. You're getting two pilots, actually. If you get the Switch, you get Fox McCloud, and then you get Mason something or other, who's one of the main characters of this new universe they've created. And then you get a set of wings, you get a set of weapons. In the Xbox One and PS4 versions, if I'm remembering Mike's post correctly, you're getting multiple weapons, possibly multiple wings. In the Switch version, and toy versions of all that, and you bolt these things on and off and everything, so you can get the feeling of swapping them. With the Switch version, because you're getting Star Fox as an extra pilot figure, and you're getting the R-Wing replacing this there's a non-R-Wing spaceship that you get on the PS4 and Xbox One versions. They don't give you as many physical weapon toys, but you get digital codes for them.
Okay.
Everything in this game has a physical version and a digital version. And even if you buy the physical toys, they'll give you the download code so that if you decide you don't want to play with the hassle of mixing the toys back and forth, or if you, say, bought all the toys for the Switch, but then you plan to play in handheld mode, you can just use the digital coded versions of them and then not have to do any of the toy switching.
Got it. That's interesting.
But
wow.
then you could just forgo buying the toy stuff. And that's the route that I was more interested in. Now, Ubisoft sent me a code for the game, so I haven't paid anything for the game, just to be clear about that. But the code that they sent me was for the $80 deluxe edition. And let me just explain a little bit more about the economy of this before we get back into the action. So $75 for the starter version with the toys. $25 for any further spaceship plus more wings, more weapon packs that you buy. So 75 plus 25, 25, 25 if you're doing more of that. Go into the digital version instead, $60 to start, and you're already getting multiple digital spaceships. You get more stuff that you can use in the game at a lower price of just $60 because you're foregoing getting any of the toys. Want basically the digital versions of every toy? You're spending, quote unquote, just $80. It's more than the cost of a normal video game for what I would argue is not really more than a normal video game's worth of content because it's just some extra spaceships to fly around in.
Right.
But it's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying all the toys. $80 is getting you $300 worth of physical toys, which is what it would cost to buy everything physically.
Right.
So it's a little confusing. Mike's trying to explain some of that as well. But let's go back a little more into the action as we explore more of this planet. Maybe we just go to the next mission node, or do you want to go into the Star Fox mission instead and see what that's about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. So we'll do that instead. By the way, just to get a sense of like the codex for this game or whatever it is, tons of different enemy types and planets, and these are different planets you can go on and things I've discovered, flora and fauna. There's special geographical landmarks in various places and stuff like that. But what we'll do is we will switch with the press of the D-pad to going to Cash's base.
Our prospector allies have delivered a shipment of Electrum.
And it's telling us to go into outer space. Oh, wait, why did it just tell us our prospector allies have delivered us Electrum? Because on top of everything else I've explained, there is a simulation going on in the game at the same time. The more bases and more observatories that you interact with, the more bases basically that you're establishing for yourself, the more you'll just get regular payouts of various things that they're mining for. I don't know how intense that stuff gets, but there is basically a simulation that's involving kind of regional push and pull between the people that you're becoming allies with and whatever the sort of enemy factions or enemy monsters are and stuff like that.
So are you Spartan or Athenian?
There's no romance options in this, which may disappoint people who are hoping that.
I can't see Star Fox get it on with somebody. With
No, what was the lady characters' names in the Star Fox games? I can't even remember.
Oh man, chat, help us out there.
Oh man,
that's a throwback.
N64 version. I remember. What was her name? Of course, there was then Crystal in the Star Fox.
The GameCube one.
Yeah, Star Fox Adventures.
Star Fox a freak. Is it Alexa
from the N64? That doesn't sound right to me. I'm sorry to say. Okay, so I wasn't paying attention. I got hit by the.
So now you're being ambushed.
I feel weird not being in the R-wing. By the way, I feel like.
Well, you got the wings though.
I do have the wings, but I haven't even like upgraded this ship or anything. And you get caught in these vortex. I think I'm getting caught in my own vortexes, which is part of the problem. So there's a healthy amount of aim assist on right now. But there are also ways to just turn that off and make it a little more difficult for yourself.
Are there motion controls?
I don't know. I have not tried that.
I'd be curious to see if that was in there.
Cat. There we go.
Cat. Thank you, chat. Crystals from Star Fox Adventures.
So I'm curious what people think of this. I've been yammering away. I haven't really had my eye on the chat. Don't mind that low battery. The battery's not low.
For newcomers, don't believe the lies that Steven Switches says. I'm really curious to play this because it definitely speaks to me on so many levels, especially the Switch version. I've seen the footage of like the Xbox One and I think the Xbox One version from E3, and it looked gorgeous. Yeah. And I still think this looks pretty good considering it's running off of the Switch tablet.
Yeah, the prospect of playing a game of this type in portable mode is just very exciting to me, and I have been playing a little bit on the New York City subway. I'm going to screw that one up. Yeah.
Yeah, if I could play like some sort of No Man's Sky type game on the train every morning, that'd be amazing. Yeah. Also, I keep harping on it, but and the chat's been talking about it a little bit, but I was just about to say, but he's saying you should turn off the HUD. But I was about to say I actually really like the UI. I love being able to see Star Fox react to getting hit or when he's in the middle of a fight. I just love that small little detail. It's amazing. New York City No Man's Train, says Dice Game. Scary games are fun, says. Everything about it seems awesome, but I'm just wondering about the longevity/repetition and how that works. Massive, awesome open world space adventure, great, but not if it's just all the same stuff.
Yeah, and there are some signs of that. I've not played enough to really vouch for that. I know that some reviewers have complained about it getting repetitious. There are signs that it's going to be doing that because even when I'm just on the planet, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was an option for me to just ask for a mission to be assigned to me, and it seems to be procedurally generating or systemically generating missions, and they're just like collect 10 of these or do 3 of these, kill 3 of these guys or whatever, and it's like feels like they're like trying to pad out the content.
Yeah, like the good thing, the beauty of like No Man's Sky, especially with the last update, was that there's a lot of repetition, but there's also like a ton of different things you can do and build towards, so that there's like a reason for me to keep wanting to go back.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? Cash Guavo.
Oh, they're on my tail. Okay, I'm gonna call in my buddies again. Let's see if we can actually get a better look at them this time.
Oh wait. Okay, there you go.
Here we go. So they're coming in.
Oh, cool.
There we go. Who was that?
I think that was Peppy. Oh, this music.
I got the music.
Gives me life, Steven. Oh my God, I could work out to this song. Oh, you kidding me?
I'm not seeing them. They don't really show up enough. I can see it on my mini map that he's behind me, but like, oh, there he is, right?
There. Oh yeah, there you are.
Whoops! Did I just shoot him?
Friendly fire, Steven.
I think they said there's something in the menu about friendly fire too. Oh, is this like some enemy? I'm about to die, huh?
Oh, you barely made it. Oh wait,
What?
did you die?
I guess I died. Yeah,
Oof.
so I'll just swap in another ship.
Do you think you could run on a treadmill while playing this game?
It seems like that would be the only kind of exercise you would do with
that music.
with
right?
that music.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't see like lifting weights to that or something.
You gotta have it a tabletop mode, because then you're just asking to drop it.
Okay, so we'll do this. Again, I should be like throwing mods in these spaceships and stuff, but I'm just so focused on the R-wing that I'm not.
I'm curious. The game itself looks like it's in 30 frames, right? And those menus look pretty silky smooth, though. That's just a thing that I noted. I'm not sure. I have to check that. So this is like the in-game music,
As opposed to,
like Star Fox original.
yeah, I think
I don't remember this.
I don't think this is Starlink music. Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to be engaging the base and not the fighters, because there is a health bar on the hideout.
Oh, I'm into this music though.
Tell me if you see something I should be shooting on the base.
What's that yellow indicator?
It's just saying where the base is, but it's got this. I mean, I'm just like kill the minions to make the boss reveal themselves, but maybe I should. You know what? It's probably these turrets, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, thanks, Falco.
Falco's sassy.
So there's some busting on Slippy that happened in the game.
Oh yeah.
Peppy was making fun of him, and I pointed out that made it feel canonical. And then somebody said, "But isn't Peppy dead?" And am I forgetting that? Did
What
Peppy
happened
die?
to Peppy? I don't remember that.
It sounded kind of right though, and I was thinking like I must have forgotten something key about Peppy croaking.
Whoa.
Got it.
Nice.
Maybe they don't have enough variety of voice lines because he said that already.
So are they just on a timer and then they just leave whenever you're
Looks like a big
done?
mouth. Yeah, well, they're not here now. Oh, I'm about to die again too. I really want to get back to my R-wing. Yeah. Oh, we're running out of lives. We're running out of ships. Another
man.
$25.
Cough up.
Okay, so let's get a little more serious on this one, shall we? So we're gonna.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's like put in some mods and all that kind of thing. So we can make this ship way better. So we can add plus 65% pilotability charge speed. Yeah, so that'll allow us to bring in the Star Fox crew faster. Plus 60 defense, 25% damage resistance to your allies, more durable while health is critical. Yep, seems like we need that. Thanks to Uplay here, right?
Got to be part of the club.
Resist gravity. Oh no, we already have that going on somewhere else. Oh, we can fuse these 3.
What?
pay some money, get a
In-game.
better version. Yeah, in-game money. And so we can have a better... Shoot, I don't want that. So much for refusing that. Plus 10 energy? That doesn't seem very good. All right, I won't dawdle too long here. And more elemental resistance, even though I don't think I even need that. So this should help. Oh, and more defense. Yeah.
Nice. And how do you get that last unlock?
So there's a whole skill tree
Okay.
going on in this thing as well.
Skill tree, of course.
Different loadouts. Where is this? Pilot skills. So there's, for Star Fox alone, there's this whole skill tree with like multiple nodes to activate and upgrades, and all this is going to affect how powerful calling in the allies are and all that kind of stuff.
Interesting.
So Pepe was killed by the Antifa. Wow, that's good. So okay, so it is remembering my progress at least. So it's not. It's weird. So you can't speed boost while holding down the stick at all. Is what I'm finding. So that's why I keep accidentally doing the Immelman turn or whatever that is. But where else should I be shooting this ship to get the health down? Because I got all these turrets over here.
Dirty in chat says, can you purchase any ships, guns, or pilots with the regular in-game money?
Not that I've seen. Now there are characters that seem to get introduced along the way, and I don't know, since my version already had everything, I don't know if there's anything to like them becoming unlockable even like temporarily based on the story or something like that. I'm completely speculating though. Really just got to figure out how to finish off this thing. I'm not sure what else I should be shooting. Do you think that counts? It's part of the hideout?
Definitely.
People in chat have theories as to how to finish the finish off the health bar of this ship. Let me know.
Just shoot everything. Shoot everything that says outlaw.
Yeah, but they keep signaling ready to go. Yeah.
Ready to go. Where are we going?
Can I fly inside that? No. The door
Oh,
closed.
that's some real Star Fox stuff right there.
Oh, the door closed. There's no transformation to a tank or a walker or anything like that.
The
there's-
chicken walker.
All right, let's blow these things up. Pepe says he's happy.
There you go. That's a good sign.
What? You outnumber them 10 to 1. Dang it. I want every fighter we got. Just take them down.
Can we do a barrel roll for Andre in chat?
How about the eyes? Anything? There
There you go. There you go, Andre.
Look at all those barrel,
Soak it
all
in.
the barrel
Soak it in.
rolls.
Oh,
What's
look
happening
at
now?
Uh-oh. It's a big boy ship. It's Cash himself. Oh, immediately just getting pummeled.
Trying to get his shields down. Yeah, he doesn't seem too tough. He's level 7, but we're not having much trouble against him, right?
Yeah, no, it seems to be chipping away. It is.
Spoke too soon. Let's bring in the Star
Oh.
Fox. Wait, I said that and I died.
We got too cocky.
Pepe warns you about not getting cocky. Or is that Falco who does that?
G4 ride it says, question, gentlemen. If you go through all of your ships or pilots, game over, and you start from, or do you start from scratch? How does that mechanic work in terms of lives?
The game never
continues,
works
etc.?
again.
The game just shuts off. It deletes. It self-destructs. No, but you mentioned it before.
Skill point gained on my... So I don't know why... Yeah, it's weird because my... breath could go down to one. See, so, okay, so look. One ship left, okay? So it's saying attach a new ship. So they're speaking to you as if you have toys. And you're removing, okay, I have my toy and it broke, and then I'm taking... Or the ship died or whatever. And so I'm taking the ship body off the stand, and I'm putting the new one on, and then the game will reflect that. In this case, this is all digital. I'm not attaching. I'm just swapping. So I'm pressing... this, and then I'm going to what is the only ship left. And if I back out, by the way, it had said if I hold X, I would respawn to the planet orbit. And what I believe will happen is that if I lost all my ships, let's say I only own 2 ships and I lost both of them, it would then be kicking me out. So I wouldn't be able to continue the mission.
Got
so
it.
that would be the main difference. I don't know anything about in terms of like lost XP gain or anything like that, but that would be the basics of how that would operate. So we'll go to our last ship. We'll throw in some mods just so that we don't completely screw this up at the very last minute, although that may be happening anyway.
So let's say you do have the toys and you're in that screen that you were at a second ago where it says 1 ship left. Could you just like swap out the toys and then not have to dig into the menus like you are doing now because you don't have the toys? Do you know? Or
Mike, who's in the chat, would know that better than me, but I think that that's the case. By the way, my Hailstorm over on the left, my left wing, it has leveled up, and you can see that it now has like a green icon, little thing to it, like a pilot thing. I actually don't know what that does. Although, actually, you know what I think it does is it gives me points. Yes, so now I have a point available, and so I can spend it to upgrade something, so I can make my crew do more damage when I call in my special pilot ability. I could increase my ship energy by 10. So some of these are for my own abilities, and then some of these are for the things I can call in. So right now, I'll probably just Fox charges up his friends with passion, improving wingmate's initial barrage damage.
That's cute. Also, Fahey confirms you could just swap the ship, the toy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself more energy.
That's so cool. Is there DLC where Fox wears Tim's? That's an important question.
Okay, so why do I keep dying? What was it that was... This is my last life. Gotta be more careful now. The hideout is still messing me up.
This isn't over.
Oh, it's those little dudes.
Let's get some distance.
Dang it.
I think I keep hurting myself is part of the problem. Because look, my health bar is almost 0 again.
Oh no.
Yeah, you see that? Like, what is happening?
How dare you, G4 ride.
Oh, man. I'm just panicking now. Cause, yeah.
Just barrel roll it out.
Well, look, he's not getting his health back, and somebody is coming after him.
It's behind you. Yeah, use the asteroids. Oh, these jerks.
Oh, this could be it.
Oh, no.
This could be the moment. Oh, no.
No.
No. Oh. Okay. No more ships.
Well, now we get to see how this works.
Okay, so let's back out, respawn at the planet, orbit, and we've probably lost the whole mission. So I apologize for the poor quality of play there. Yeah, and so he's taunting me again. So that would be that mission, and we would go on and do stuff with him. So let's instead back out. And actually, Paul, I'm gonna give you the controls and let you fly around a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm also gonna swap out to the R-wing again, so you get the full Star Fox experience.
Oh my god. I played so much of Star Fox 64. It's kind of embarrassing how much of my life I've poured into that game.
And let's see, do we have any more? No, we do not have any more skill points. Let's go to the options here for you. And
yes, Gav, we are playing strictly digital, strictly business. Shout out to EPMD.
Never invert. Oh, feels weird, so it must be right for you.
Chat, let me know if you play inverted or not inverted.
We can talk about this every stream.
Like a regular.
All right. So Paul's now at the controls.
Oh.
Can't do worse than what I was doing there.
I don't know. This is literally my first time playing this. Oh, here we go.
But it can get frenetic, and I do think that there is damage that you're doing to yourself if you're recklessly shooting your gravity wells out there like I was doing. So don't do that.
Oh, what did I just do there? What was that?
You went into hyperdrive.
Oh, is
so
that
you
just...
hit the R, the shoulder button.
Oh, very cool.
And then you went back out of it. So you could be doing the Destroy the Second Extractor mission by going back to this. Is it this planet, or is it the one on the other side of it?
I think it's on the other side.
Yeah, so you want to hyperdrive around it.
Oh, let's do it. Let's slingshot.
You have a full charge meter, so when you want, I wouldn't do it now. If you hit the left bumper, you can call in your crew.
My boys.
Yep. You are comfortably at level 4 pilot.
Oh, look, you got some support in the chat. Inverted for life. Inverted.
It's like how your neck moves when you're looking up and down.
You know, for flying games, I can deal with inverted. But if I just can't do it in first-person shooters. How do you do the barrel roll?
I don't know that you can barrel roll in hyperspace. That'd be kind of crazy, don't you think?
Yeah, we might break something.
But you are otherwise it's going to be the accelerator, which is going to be the A button, and then I think just hitting the stick left or right.
Got it.
But yes, you can do barrel rolls, you can do Immelmans and all that. And we've focused on playing as Fox, but you can play as any of the pilots that you own. In the case of this $80 digital version that Ubisoft supplied us, we own all the planets. So again, 2 to 7 up there for Sonatus is telling you that they're recommending that they're telling you the content on this planet is going to be at least for level 2 players, and it'll go up to level 7 players would be able to would want to be able to handle, and then above that you'd be over leveled. And that's like, since all Ubisoft games overlap in some way, those levelings for the planet, the planet levels they indicate, are a similar mechanic to how they show regions in Assassin's Creed. So it's always overlap. Paul did not get through the hyperspace barrier, the trap that they were setting up for him while he was in hyperspace.
I blew it.
So now he's engaging in a firefight with outlaw enemies.
This feels good.
And since we haven't talked about it in a while in this stream, for those coming in late, just to explain, we're in a customized ship right now. And it's based either on toys or digital things, digital kind of connections and add-ons. But
oh, I died.
And Paul just bought it.
I just ate it. So
square button to just pick another ship. So do another one that we had some mods in. So the top right one, I think.
Oh yeah.
The Pulse. But we can also customize the weapons. See, we've got a frost weapon. I think that the weapon on the right is causing us problems. So why don't we change that out actually, and switch to something else? So
that's good.
I would not do any of the purples because they seem to be causing us problems because they're creating vortexes. What's the stuff on the top right? All these shredder things. Rapid fire bullets.
That sounds pretty good.
Machine gun. Okay, so you link that. So then, if we were using the toys, he would have just taken off the toy of one of the guns and put the other toy on. And then you could put some mods in there. So they don't let you do it from this screen, but if you back out and then hit Y, and then you go to the Shredder Mark II, and you can throw some of those in there. So why not put in? Oh no, that's on something else. They don't do a good job of indicating that. If it has a 0, you can't use it. But if it has a 1, it's available unless it's locked, because then it's specific to the weapon type. So blue is going to be better than green, green better than gray. So here you can put in this XP amplifier 2. And the weapon will level up faster. As you level up the weapons in the ship, you're getting pilot skill points, and you spend them in the skill tree. You know, Paul, it's so much easier to explain the game when I'm not playing it at the same time.
It's hard to talk and stream.
How does that ninja guy do it?
How does he do it? How do these young whippersnappers? Okay, here we go.
So we also just received 12,500 Electrum because, as I've also mentioned earlier in the stream, there's a simulation happening the whole time, whereas we gain more allies on the various planets by freeing up bases and stuff like that. We're being given resources. And there's apparently some sort of push and pull related to that happening on these planets, but I'm not exactly sure what is going on there in terms of if there's like attacks on your bases or what. Paul's fighting an outlaw leader. I noticed that he's got a frost symbol next to him, so my guess is that they're signaling to us that we should be trying to use a fire weapon. And this might again be tied to Ubisoft's ultimate goal here, which is to get players to be recustomizing their ships, because, hey, how do you do that? By having spent enough money to have extra weapons. I think you get weapons of every element to start. I could be wrong. And then when you're buying more weapons, you're basically buying multiples. And so you may like the way a different type of fire weapon shoots.
So since my hyperdrive is ready, so if I wanted to,
could I just bail out of here? Yeah. I mean, you're gaining XP by doing this. And I actually just noticed we have 4. We were doing pilot upgrades before to improve Fox's acumen, but we can also spend 4 of the upgrade points on your mothership. Let's actually do that for a moment and make some decisions there. So if you hit the plus button, and then we go to the Equinox. Equinox is the main mothership, and that's actually where we respawn from. And you see that there's all these different parts of the ship that we can upgrade. So the modding bay, the mod foundry, freight and cargo, warden research, et cetera and so forth. So if you go all the way down to, say, outlaw barracks, we could chance to find extra parts when scavenging mods from enemies. This is something we could do there. I thought it was actually going to give us more potency against outlaws, so I was mistaken. So it doesn't seem like a good enough upgrade. But you could just look at what else you think is interesting. So what does this do? Equip all faction allies. Oh, this is interesting. So this will arm up those allies I was talking about us recruiting. So that's cool. So then that means that people that we recruited on the various planets will then have better guns.
Oh, okay.
So sure,
Let's do it.
It also costs us 30,000 of that electrum, which is
Oh,
that
that's a lot.
currency that we're regularly getting.
You want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do it.
And we have more points to spend. We still have, we have one more point we can spend. Although everything else might cost more than 1 point. Yeah. So there's various kind of meta level or game-wide level things happening. So I go back to hyperdrive as you fly towards the second extractor.
Okay. Later, jerks. Oh.
You trying to run?
Oh man, they're like mocking me now. Oh god,
And
again.
they keep setting up traps.
Incoming outlaw hyperspace trap.
You just went out of hyperspace?
Oh, so that's what. So if I stop to try to avoid it, they'll still try to get me, huh?
But and then they don't let you reactivate the hyperdrive yet. huh?
No, not immediately.
Engines cooling and whatnot.
That was my first mistake last time, it seems.
You're close to the planet, though. You could just keep flying towards the planet and see what happens.
They need to learn. Ooh, that gun is great.
The shredder gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was going. I don't think I was arming myself really well before, and then I kept flying into my own black holes,
This one ain't worth a try.
as one does.
Story of my life. Shredder. Oh god. Ugh.
And then does anybody remember a game called Haven, which came out like almost turn of the century, turn of the millennium, however you want to describe that? And it was a game that was out on the PS2.
What? Oh, that.
And you could seamlessly go from a planet's surface to outer space, and that was like the big talking point. Way back in the day, old technology, and then nobody really tried to do that for a while. And then No Man's Sky was doing it, and then this game does it. One of the awkward things is that Ubisoft is also making Beyond Good and Evil 2, and when they've done demos with that, or like when I went to see a behind closed doors demo of that at this past E3 in June, they didn't have much to show, but they were like, some of their talking points were like, you can go from any planet's surface to outer space and fly through a whole galaxy, and we have all kinds of elemental weapons that you can mix and match. I'm like, I'm playing this game, and I'm like, are the
Wait a
Starlink
minute.
people at Ubisoft being like, we're already doing all that?
Yeah.
So you've gone right over the spot here for this extractor. This is an aggressive move.
Oh, is it?
Just coming right in on the extractor right
Coming in
there.
hot.
Detected. Looks like more Legion. I bet there's an extractor somewhere close.
Oh, they're low
You
level.
only have
Ooh.
level 2. I had to
Ouch.
fight level 7 guys. What's
I
going on
got
here,
this. Everybody relax. I got this.
Man? You got to kill the nodes though on the side.
Oh, because they have like.
Also,
shields.
so they have ice. So why don't we switch to fire? This will
Okay.
help. And I think I had already upgraded one of the fire weapons. So loadout, and then change loadout, and then on the left I would get rid of the ice weapon.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then do I have mods? I have mods in a couple of them.
Let's
So,
try.
Flamethrower?
What's the?
That's a ram. I know Mike likes the ram, but I don't know. That thing's about to level up too. So I would.
Oh, let's do it. And then let's check. Can we check the mods on it? Anything? Seems like it's.
I think we're good.
Things. Yeah,
I
it's
think
good.
we're good.
Let's do it.
The more missions you do, the more mods you collect. You may have noticed earlier in the stream we fused some similar mods together to make a more powerful mod. So there's all that kind of stuff happening as well.
How do you jump?
With the B button? So is that you got that flamethrower on the left? Is that working for you?
It's just like a one. It's like a pulse shot.
Oh, maybe it's not the best then. Sorry. You also could hit that left bumper and call in your voice.
I'm doing it. Come on, boys.
Falco.
I feel like I'm. Cause
Oh, you're frozen. I
Yeah,
think
that's
tap
why.
B.
Okay.
Tap B to unfreeze. Because you got this weird coloring on your ship.
that's throwing me off. Tap
There you
B.
go. Right? Does it now feel like? There we go.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Man, I feel like I'm getting frozen.
Well, you just flew right into their beam. It's hectic, and that's I think one of the things that was causing me problems as I was streaming is that there's arguably too much happening at once, and you got the numbers flying, you've got all the enemies, your weapons make all kinds of big, flashy effects. But that node is almost down. If you just fire on that a little more, you're about to die. But if you unfreeze,
I got it.
You got it. Okay, unfreeze.
There we go. And how
And
does
then-
your health work? Is that
I think it's just a recharge. No, you have one more node over on the left. Right there. Yeah. So kill that node.
Oh, that's a shield, huh?
There is also some puzzles I found on the planets. Everything is done through the context of shooting at things, but it was like a puzzle that involved having to shoot things to line stuff up and everything. There was some platforming. I guess that was in the context of shooting. So there was some platforming where there were things on the roofs of buildings, and the idea was, could I carry certain things with my spaceship? Don't forget to jump over the flames here.
Yeah.
So I was trying to climb to the tops of buildings by having my ship basically hop its way up there, and then I was able to get some extra loot. It's usually XP or weapon mods and things like that you're getting. I was doing a side quest where I was actually getting cinematics that were giving me the backstory of all the other pilots. And it's it was a cast of, a multicultural cast of young, enterprising people from around the galaxy who all have their hopes and dreams, to make the world a better place and that type of thing. There's also this cool alien called Judge, which is actually a collective of aliens that was found by this old guy you're trying to rescue. He's actually your commander who's been kidnapped in the beginning of the game. So it's this collective of energy aliens that live in this one spacesuit.
Oh.
They seem cool. So yeah, you're back to the phase where you have to fight the
nodes again?
The nodes. And we've been asked if this game got repetitious. This is the second time we're doing an extractor fight in a particular quest that we've been doing throughout the stream. And I mean, Paul, what do you think of this encounter?
It's interesting. I don't find it particularly like mind blowing, but I could, it's
a little tedious, right?
It's a little tedious, yeah. I'll be honest.
But I'm planning on playing this game mostly in small doses on my commute, and I can see myself just enjoying like going in and like cleaning out a little bit of a planet.
Sure.
Every ride or whatever, and having the game, slowly have the universe slowly become more allied to me and bend to my will as I upgrade my ships and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
This definitely feels like a much better like option than like in my opinion, like a mobile game on my phone that I'm playing at the moment.
Yeah. The economics of it though a bit weird. I mean, do you see yourself spending $80 to have all these ships? Do you see yourself spending $60 to have a digital version of it? Do you see yourself being like, nah, wait for the price to go down? Do you want the toys? Like,
that's the thing though. I'm not like a huge collector like that, so I feel like I probably pick one or two, maybe max. I don't know if I need to have them all,
But you think you'd go physical on that?
Probably not, if I'm being honest. Like, I could use less stuff in my house.
I guess you could do 60 digital, which gives you a handful of ships digitally, and then say, oh, I want one toy, and you spend $25 on the one toy. You still wouldn't have everything, and you would have spent $85.
Oh, that's true.
But you would have like 4 digital ships, one of which was also physical, and some weapons. Me, again, not a toy person at all. I would have paid $80 for just the fully digital if Ubisoft hadn't sent it to me. That is a lot to pay for a video game. And I could see some people being like, screw that, 60 is enough. But I would have gone that route. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's a way to go 60 to sample it and then say, you know what, count me in for the deluxe. Just bump me, $20, give me everything else.
That would
I think
be
once
cool.
you go 60, you might have to buy everything else a la carte. They do give you a discount if you're only buying a digital version of the spaceship. I haven't mentioned that yet. So $25 for the physical spaceship, which comes with some wings and weapons and a pilot. $13 if you're doing it digitally. Still, though, if you've bought the digital version for $60, it gives you a few ships, and you want one more ship, and you spend $13 on that, you're up to $73, and you still don't have all the ships because you're still 1 or 2 short. Whereas if you spent $80, you would have all the ships. So they're clearly driving people who are going digital towards the full digital deluxe $80 version.
I mean, I've seen the ships too. They look pretty neat. I just don't know that I would like. I don't know. Maybe I'd keep them by my desk at work or something. I just don't know that I would be like. It's not like Amiibo in my opinion. Like.
Right.
It's
critical
cool.
plus hit on that one, by the way.
Nice.
It's good stuff.
I still got to get used to like the movement here. I'm kind of clumsily.
Yeah, because you're thinking spaceship, right? But it really
Yeah.
is. You see, it really is third-person shooter. It really is all on foot kind of controls.
Yeah, I'm expecting to be a little bit more graceful than I actually am.
Okay, now the center thing is going to open up, and you're going to be able to finish it off, I think, in this salvo.
Yeah, this is definitely something I would do and be like, oh, I missed my stop. Oops.
We're going to be winding the stream down in a couple of minutes, so if people have any final questions for us on Starlink, You know, we've shared a lot of data already, and like any Ubisoft game, it requires a spreadsheet to make an informed purchase.
Yeah.
I took out the extractor. What's up with that?
Although I
pod?
do
The
kind of
Prime
want an
just
R-wing.
planted another extractor. If you can destroy it, I think that should work.
I'd buy that.
But you need to hurry. These extractors, they're doing so much damage. I don't know if Sonatus will ever recover.
Yeah, and that's what I don't know, Paul, is
Makes
if
me so mad.
if you got the $75 version with the R-Wing, and then you just wanted to have everything else
For
digital,
what he's done. Is it true?
is there an affordable way to do that?
Controlling the Legion?
And I don't know.
I'm afraid so. Somehow this Grax character has access to Warden technology.
And he's using it to regrow the Legion?
Cutscenes are really good, by the way, in terms of like fidelity and everything like that. It feels like you're playing,
He took our ship's
you know, something like Mass Effect or something like that in terms of the quality of
I
like
need to take a look
the
at that
sci-fi
part
animation.
more.
Not like the dialogue or the writing or anything like that, but it's like money went into this. This isn't just like a bunch of like stills or stilted animations. It's like pretty slick looking stuff.
How do I go back into orbit again?
You don't want to do the next node on this quest? You're like 47 meters away
Oh
from
yeah,
it.
yeah, okay.
Oh, it's a destroy the third extractor. Maybe you don't want to do it. Go
Oh,
to
no,
orbit,
no.
So right bumper. Oh, look at this nice. Look at these things right here. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
And some sort of Fortress of Solitude over there. If you hit minus for a second there, you can just show people the planet and what we've done on it and what we haven't done.
That's cool.
So that was the extractor. That's some wreckage that you found. It's showing the things you can get. So notice there were 5 spires to potentially interact with, 14 ruins to explore, 19 wrecks, 1 wonder. There's a wonder on any planet. Everything that's white hasn't been seen. Call back to the very beginning of the stream. We were talking about how this is a Ubisoft game, so it's a fogged map, and you defog, not by climbing and jumping off towers, but by going to observatories and allying yourself. Usually people have jobs they want you to do first. Go and find me this, scan this kind of animal or whatever, and then you'll be able to do missions with them. You can fast travel a bit, so you don't only have to fly.
That's cool.
What are people's thoughts on Star Fox being exclusive to the Switch? Are the other versions inferior, is what Psycat is asking. As we were saying about the Star Fox stuff, there's a surprising amount of in the game of those characters, not just a Fox McCloud himself. I haven't played through the whole Fox McCloud storyline, so I couldn't tell you how much there is, but there's a lot of dedicated dialogue. They show up in cutscenes, often in ways where they exit right before the rest of the cutscene plays. So I'm assuming if you're playing other versions, the cutscene just starts at a later point, or they do some like, Star Wars original versions versus remake versions. Characters are in the background or not in the background kind of deal. But the other versions are on PS4 and Xbox One. And what I can say from at least playing it at E3 is that graphically, those versions are way beyond this one. I think this version looks quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
Those are way beyond. And Fahey's been playing the Xbox One version as well, and has said the graphics are, just a lot more beautiful there.
Like
Again,
most-
pretty good here too.
Like most Switch games, though, like in that scenario, I always want to see these in handheld mode, because like that's kind of when it becomes impressive for me. Being able to just see this, overlooking someone's shoulder on the train is kind of cool. Also, I just realized, quick note, if you press back and A, it does the little about face, Star Fox thing, the old trick.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Starlink, Battle for Atlas, kind of a weird name. But there you go. Open world, open galaxy game you can play on your Switch, PS4, Xbox One. Check out our coverage on Kotaku for a breakdown of the various ways to buy it or not buy it, depending on your interests. And check back the rest of the stream if you came in late to see a whole lot of action and maybe an unsuccessful attempt to further the Star Fox storyline. Sorry about that. But we hope you guys enjoyed this. We will have more streams in the coming days. We'll be back later in the week, hopefully with some Soul Calibur.
oh yeah, me and Tim are going to be making weird characters in Soul Calibur 6, so tune in. But thanks for tuning into this stream.
All right.
We'll see you around.
Bye.